So Viktor just came out, and of course I wanted to give him a try. So I tried him 2 times. I recorded both games that I tried, and I only actually played those 2 games. And yeah, I'm gonna bring you guys through the 2 games that I tried Viktor, so you can see how I learn a new champion, how I completely freestyle stuff, and you can see Viktor being played. And let me tell you right now that I think Viktor is extremely powerful, but for a different reason than you may think. So first things first, how the hell do you build Viktor? And honestly, I love the build the game gives you. I believe this is the actual build that the game gives you. You just go for mana boots, 100% buy the mana boots first, because he really struggles with mana. Next up, Luden's Echo, and I agree with the Infinity Orb as well, because the ultimate, it finishes off enemies with the Infinity Orb. Rabadon's Death Cap, and then here, I actually don't go for Soul Stealer. I generally go for Crown of the Shattered Queen, and then, you know, something like an Oceanid's Trident, the Green Book, or Liandry's, or anything that is good with AoE damage, because in the late game, you are mostly going to do AoE damage, so at that point, you want to buy something that applies effects to people. So I actually don't really recommend the Soul Stealer, only in particular cases where the enemies are very, very squishy. You want to go for Stasis quite early on, maybe even after your first or second item, and the reason being is, the way Viktor works, that works very well with Stasis enchant, is his second ability. When you put it down, it stuns enemies after 1.5 seconds if they're within it. And your ultimate also just keeps doing damage. So think about it. Enemies dive you, you put down your second ability, you use your third ability, which is a double laser in the late game, and then you throw your ultimate and use Stasis. You will already half-life everyone before they can even touch you while you're in your Stasis. So make sure you buy Stasis. Very, very important. For the runes, you go for Arcane Comet, and then you go for the Domination Tree. You go for Scorch. You can go for Shield Bash. Let me tell you in which specific case you go for Shield Bash. If you evolve your first ability, you're gonna get a shield after you use it. I generally wouldn't. Wait, no, it's the yeah, it's the first ability evolve. You're gonna get a shield. So actually, let me actually make sure about that. So let me just quickly have a look on Viktor, because I've only played him twice. So even for me, it's like the first ability. Let's see, upgrade this. Yeah, the shield. Okay, so I was right. The first ability gives you a shield. Second ability makes everything slow. I know about that. Third ability gives you a double hit. So if you evolve the first ability and you want to keep getting a shield, if you're against like an Orianna or something, you want to continuously trade with her, you want to utilize the shield, get a shield bash, because every time you get a shield, your next attack will do a lot of damage. So that's when you should get shield bash. Scorch, however, is just good in general to poke enemies. It's just good in general in lane with your third ability, because shield bash will not work with your third ability. So if you want to have more overall poking, Scorch is going to do more overall poke damage in lane. So if you're against like a Yasuo or something like that, you can just keep poking him over and over again. But as I said, if you specifically want to trade with an enemy when you're shielding yourself with your first ability, then the shield bash could perhaps be a better choice for you. But both are kind of similar. The only thing is shield bash actually does more damage. Over here we go for Empowered Attack or Mark of the Week. Empowered Attack if you want to poke more. Mark of the Week if you want to do more sustained damage. Both are good, as I said. I went for both runes, but in my eyes, Empowered Attack is generally better just because it has more poking. But Mark of the Week is really quite good as well. Eyeball Collector, you can go Zombie Ward as well, but Eyeball Collector is better. And then here we go for Transcendence. You can also go for Cup of Grass over here, which is also somewhat playable if the enemy is very squishy. But in my eyes, Transcendence is just so much better. In the late game, you can spam the hell out of your abilities. And then for the spells, you go for Ignite and Flash. So that's it about the build. Let's now get into the first gameplay. As you can see, I'm first timing Viktor in a challenger lobby. Classic. Of course I am. So let's get into the game. And there we go. So here you can see what I'm doing. I'm just reading the abilities. so I understand what to do. This is my very first time. To explain to you what preparation I did to this is I watched this, the official Wild Rift spotlight of Viktor, you know how his abilities work, and I looked up a website on how you're supposed to upgrade and evolve his abilities. That's all I did. I didn't look at any gameplay or anything. This is literally my first time trying this champion, and I've only seen the spotlight, which is like a minute video. So here you can sort of see how I approach things with champions. In my eyes, the way this champion works right now, at least, you know, because of my range and because of my first ability, I noticed I am a lane bully. I need to bully Yasuo. However, actually, lucky for me, the game before this one, the enemy picked Viktor, I picked Akali, and I absolutely destroyed that Viktor. So what I noticed is, Viktor is a bully, but if the enemy all-ins you early game, you have no chance. You can only really, it's like Orianna, it really is like Orianna. Here you can see I was trying to figure out the third ability. Let me tell you, in the second game I did figure out the third ability, but here, of course, it's all still fresh to me. And here I knew the second ability will stun him, so I put it onto myself, just so he wouldn't be able to keep attacking me. But here you can see I got my reality check. This was the moment I got my reality check of like, okay, wait a minute. He wins. I am a lane bully, right? And it feels very similar to Orianna. Let me tell you, playing Viktor feels quite similar to Orianna in the lane. In a sense where you're just super weak, but you are a bully. If you maintain proper distance, you can bully the enemy. If you don't, you're gonna get destroyed. Also, you have no tools to escape. And really, same like Orianna, Viktor's second ability, it's a little bit stronger, it doesn't do any damage, but it can stop enemies in their tracks. If someone is on top of you, you put your second ability on top of yourself, and they're just gonna get stunned. Also funny, I saw Echo right there, he actually messed up by throwing his first ability a bit too far. So you need to use that second ability, make sure you do so. Also, your third ability is quite good at poking the enemy. Doesn't do that much damage early game, but it's just good to poke. Something else you need to know about Viktor is most of his abilities, they go right, or actually all of his abilities go through Yasuo's Wind Wall, Braum's Shield, Samira's second ability. So Viktor counters those types of champions. Your third ability is a laser, it goes right through Yasuo's shield. Your first ability goes through the shield. Your ultimate, of course, goes through the shields. Everything does, except for your basic attacks, but I mean, that's fine. You can see the ward on top. Yep, I knew that there was an enemy. Now the Yasuo is actually doing a good job. He denied me a cannon minion right there. You saw that? He actually did a really, really good job. And now he can freeze the lane. And this is how you lose lane as a Viktor. I noticed that here. I noticed that I'm potentially in trouble. So I was trying to figure out a plan of like, what am I gonna do if he freezes the lane? If he freezes the lane, I can maybe use my ultimate to clear the whole wave. So let's see, he is actually freezing the lane. What am I gonna do? Maybe I can use the laser. I missed the minion though. But like, I'm in trouble. So let's just put my second ability on myself. But I'm in trouble here. Like, I'm in major, major trouble. I can't step up. I literally cannot even get close to the minions. This is the unfortunate reality of Viktor. So what I did instead, I was just reading my abilities instead. You can try to hit minions like that with your laser. But then again, you see, I just can't last hit anything. It's impossible. It is just impossible. So the way you want to upgrade your abilities is first you want to max your laser, which is the third ability. Okay, let me tell you what I thought would happen. Because in the video from Riot, they mentioned that you can interrupt enemy abilities with your ultimate. And I read it here as well. It says you can interrupt enemies. So I was very confused. Why did it not interrupt Yasuo's ultimate? In my eyes, interrupting means stopping something. So I'm honestly, I cannot explain to you guys how disrupt, I guess, how the disrupt works. But so Viktor's ultimate disrupts enemy's ability. So, you know, Shen's ultimate, if you throw it on him, it doesn't go through. Twisted Fate's ultimate, it won't go through. But apparently, it doesn't work on Yasuo's ultimate. You don't disrupt the Yasuo ultimate. So, I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what you disrupt and what you don't disrupt. But from my knowledge, the only thing you disrupt that I know of is Shen's ultimate and Twisted Fate ultimate. At least that makes the most sense to me, because TF ult was the actual example they used in the video. And I mean 100% Shen ultimate also gets disrupted, but it's not as strong as I thought. I genuinely thought I could just disrupt his ultimate and walk away from it. So that is actually the reason why I died. I did predict he would ult me. I knew exactly what he was gonna do. And here you can see I was still struggling with the laser. But as I said, during the second game, I had a lot cleaner Viktor. And in the late game of this game actually as well. I'm getting a lot of emails. What is this about? Huh. A new meeting. Luckily the meeting is tomorrow, not today. For the player versus fitness. Alright. So here again, I'm just kind of reading through stuff. Just to see. And okay, the way you want to upgrade your abilities, you want to upgrade your third ability first, then your first ability, and lastly your second ability. The way you want to evolve the abilities is I generally recommend evolving your first ability first, because that one will make you faster. Like if you use your first ability on him, you get a chunk of movement speed and you get a big shield. So I generally recommend you to, like this one, you see? the movement speed helps a lot. You can bait enemies with that. After that, I recommend you to evolve the third ability, because then you get a double laser. And then lastly, the second ability. You can actually evolve the second ability second. It will do less damage, but you get more slows. This can be good. Actually, in our game, that could have been the better choice, because we have a Darius. So I could slow the enemy, and then the Darius can easily catch up to them. But I was being greedy. I wanted to do damage, so that's why I was evolving my third ability second instead. So that's how you have to think about it. If you're a complete beginner, just always evolve your first ability, honestly. It's just the best thing, the easiest thing. And then evolve your third ability. But if you're more advanced, then you can think about evolving your second ability, because that gives you 20% slowing when you use any ability on the enemy, which is actually quite big. Except for the second ability, by the way. That one won't slow the enemy. By the way, if you want to enter the skin giveaway, like always, just put down a comment under this video. Also give the video a like if you're enjoying it. It really supports the channel a lot, especially the main channel. So, yeah, give the video a like, put down a comment under the video to enter the giveaway. You actually have quite a lot higher chance to win the giveaways compared to like previous months, because I don't really upload a lot on my main channel anymore. So the people that do actually put down comments here, they have a higher chance to win. And I picked the winners for the last skin giveaway, November, in the previous video, by the way. It's in the pinned comment. There is still one winner that hasn't claimed their skin. So, you know, that could be you. Make sure you check it out. Just check the pinned comment in the last video for the winners. That should be an easy kill. Let's just kill him, yeah. And as a Viktor, don't be greedy with your ult, because your ult has a pretty low cooldown, especially in the late game. Don't be greedy with it. Just use it. Something else important to understand about Viktor is you really want to get kills and assists. Killing a minion gives you stacks. These ones. Right? You get 3 stacks per killed minion. So, of course, farming is really important. But getting kills and assists is more important, because you get 25 stacks from that. And every 100 stacks you can evolve an ability, which is the whole way you get strong on Viktor. You don't get strong with items. Well, of course you do, but you get strong with evolving your abilities. That's the main way. Like, look, this, boom, boom, free poking. Boom, boom, you see that? Oh, he's exhausting me. I'm gonna flash. Boom and boom. There we go. Nice and easy. Very nice, easy and clean kills right there, you see? And I'm pretty sure the Zaya had no idea how Viktor works. You could see Rakan, by the way. So I was not overextending. Again, I can just use my first ability for free, but you can now see I'm struggling with mana. This is the annoying thing about Viktor. He does struggle with mana. You really do need to get the blue buff. It's highly recommended that you put high focus on the blue buff. So whenever the blue buff gets taken, yeah, you need to be there for it. And let me tell you, the way you want to approach the game with Viktor, in lane, you want to bully the enemy, but don't die. Try to not die. And try to farm as many minions as possible. This is obvious, right? But also, and I say this with Veigar as well, whenever there is a fight, fight. I don't care if you die. If you get like 2 assists out of the fight, honestly, it's worth dying for. Because you get 50 stacks. You're going to evolve your abilities quicker, and then you're going to get stronger. And that's the whole point. You want to reach 300 stacks. Because at 300 stacks, your ultimate becomes stronger. Look, I'm stunning him down here. And I'm putting down my ultimate. This is all I could have done. Because then again, apparently my ult does not interrupt Yasuo. And the stun was a little bit too late. If I used my stun a bit... Oh, look at that combo by my team. But if I used my stun a little bit earlier, I could have stunned him before his ultimate. So that's why you can actually counter the Yasuo. It's just that I'm very new to Viktor. So I didn't exactly know what to do. Well, I knew what to do, but I just wasn't quick enough. Because this is literally my first time playing Viktor. But I'm telling you, you can put down your second ability on top of yourself. If a Yasuo ults you and you've put it down already, you should be able to stun him. Let's try to kill this guy. There we go. Ignite. I'm just gonna ignite him because he's probably gonna kill me. Oh my god, he nearly killed me regardless. He didn't kill me because he used Stoneplate. He was able to tank a lot, but because he used Stoneplate, he didn't do as much damage. Here you can actually see, now I have quite decent damage. I just, I killed the Jax through his Stoneplate, which is pretty good. I was wrong, by the way. Your second ability does slow enemies. Now I'm wondering, if you upgrade your second ability, does it increase the evolved slow that you get from it on your other abilities? I actually don't know about that. Because that would be game changing. Because I just saw that it goes from 20 to 45%. Now what if you evolve it and upgrade the second ability? Are you then gonna get a 45% slow on all of your abilities? Including your ult? If that's the case, then it could be viable to actually upgrade your second ability, but then you're gonna lack damage actually. Do you really want to lack damage for that? It's difficult. I still have to kind of figure out these things, but like it's interesting. There's so many ways you can approach playing Viktor. It's like a whole different champion really. Very interesting. This is a very interesting champion. Quite difficult to play, let me tell you that much, but very, very interesting. The second game is going to be the most interesting, by the way, because in the second game, I was playing support Viktor, which actually doesn't make any sense, but yeah, I played... Wow, beautiful play by the Emilio, by the way, but I played support Viktor because my mid laner wanted to mid lane, he didn't want to give me mid lane, which I mean is fine. Like, he's not... You know, he's the mid laner, he doesn't have to give me mid lane. But I just played support Viktor. Okay, now I'm fully evolved. This is the power spike of Viktor. This is where you get strong. Like, now I'm just giga strong. 300 stacks, and you're chilling. You've approached late game Viktor, and yeah, you're golden at this point. You're gonna do so much damage. All you have to do, stay alive, and spam your abilities. Don't get close to try to maximize your damage or anything like that. Just stay alive. Like, against him, there it is. This is my play. I can easily dodge his easily dodge his second ability by using my first ability to get the bonus movement speed. So when you're against an enemy, maintain your distance. When you use your first ability, the evolved one, you can run away. This is why it's super easy to just poke them. You can even hit a basic attack. You have enough time for it because you get so much movement speed from it. So that's like the easiest way to poke the enemy with Viktor, and this is also why you don't need a phase rush or anything like that. You have like an internal phase rush already. You have a built-in phase rush. So use that. It doesn't do that much damage in the mid game. In the late game, it destroys the enemy, but it's still worthy enough to spend your mana to just do it. To use your first ability like that. And your third ability as well. It has extremely high range, the third ability, by the way. It really has a lot of range. If you know how to use it properly, you'll see, like, it has huge range. Again, it doesn't do the most damage, but like the double third ability when you evolve it, it's still worth to use because the cooldown is also very low. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to keep them off of my Kai'Sa, which is exactly what I did. I pushed the Jax away. I'm trying to shield them. Look, I'm keeping him away. I'm shielding my team. The T-Hex is like the most broken thing during team fights because you can constantly shield. You can constantly push enemies away with your third ability and your first ability. And of course, the ultimate is also quite good for damage. So we actually won the fight because of the T-Hex right here, which is great. I'm gonna make a tier list very, very soon as well, by the way, including Viktor. But I want to play him a little bit more before making the tier list. I know you guys want to see early tier lists. I know if I make a tier list now, it's gonna get a lot more views. I know. But honestly, I don't care that much about it. I want to make quality content because I feel like that's better. Even though most people want to have an immediate tier list because the patch just came out, you immediately want to know what's good. Well, the thing is, I need to figure it out too. I'm a human as well, you know? It's not like I have inside information or anything like that. I'm figuring it out too by playing ranked, and then I can give you a tier list. Every content creator that gives you a fast tier list, let me tell you this much, they don't actually really care about the tier list, they only care about views, because you don't know what's good. You don't know what's good by just looking at the patch notes and playing one day. You just won't know. And I'm gonna be real honest with you, there were some times I did that as well. Let me tell you when I did that, because I want to be transparent with you guys. I would sometimes make a tier list one day after the patch notes when I was sponsored. I remember back in 2022, I had a sponsor and I promised them that I would get around 50k views per tier list. I was not able to get the 50k unless I uploaded one day after. So that's when I actually did it. But besides that, I always take like 3, 4, 5 days. Sometimes I don't even make a tier list if I don't feel like it's necessary. So that's my new approach. I actually, funny thing, this is the funny thing. I actually do have a sponsor for my next tier list, but it's not like the old sponsors where I kind of guaranteed them, you know, 50k views. So that's why I'm still doing it my way and just giving quality content over, you know, fast views, I guess. Which I mean should always be the case, but sometimes you just have to get results, you know. This Echo is dangerous, by the way. He's a hella... Ooh, stasis? Nice. What a beautiful stasis. Perfect timing. And then I just poke him, and there goes the Rakan ultimate. You always need stasis. I'm telling you, as Viktor, if an enemy dives you like that, you're probably gonna die. But the thing is, if you put down your second ability, your ultimate and all of that, and then you stasis, the enemies are gonna get destroyed trying to chase you. Oh god. Oh, he nearly killed me. I'm not sure why the Emilio took my blue buff, but oh well. Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that. That is... Look at my poking, and there is my ultimate. Just look at... Oh my god, that Echo though. But just look at how much damage I'm doing. I just killed Echo in my ultimate. Did you see that poking? That was... All of that poking in the beginning of that fight was without my ultimate, by the way. I didn't even use my ultimate, and I got all of them to half-life. This is what I mean. If you get full stacks on Viktor, and you get to the late game, you are gonna destroy the enemy. Funny thing, I only have 2 items. This is 2 items. Wait, 2 or 3? I'm not sure if I have 2 or 3, but I have like 2 or 3 items, and I'm doing that much damage. Imagine I get 4 or 5 items. You're gonna start one-shotting people with that laser. People won't even know where it's coming from. Oh god. I'm just gonna ult here. I actually got the Baron. That's pretty crazy. With my Infinity Orb. Yeah, I only have 2 items. Wow. I'm not gonna take the T-Hex anymore, by the way. Now I have 3 items. So now I'm gonna do a lot more damage. You can see, like, in the beginning of this game, I was not getting kills, but now I'm consistently just hard carrying the team fight with my damage. Because, as I said, you are a late game champion. You need to farm. Farm. Get to 300 stacks. Get to 2 items. You know, that's the craziest thing. Normally a late game champion needs like 3, 4, 5 items. But Viktor is okay with 2 items. The only thing you really need is 300 stacks of your evolve thing. Which is also surprisingly easy to get if you're just, you know, decent at farming minions. And if you're just constantly ganking around and fighting. And honestly, we just won the game. We just won the first game. My first Viktor game, I won. Here you can see the little combo I'm talking to you about. You just use your second ability ultimate and then you go into stasis. And the enemy is going to be half-life before they even touch you. So let's take a look at how much damage I did. I have another game for you guys, by the way. Does anyone know how you can skip, how you can get that stupid thing off? Like, it's so annoying. But let's take a look at the stats before moving to the second Viktor game. I did so much damage, actually. Look at that, 38,000 damage. I did the most damage in my team. And what did my runes do? Here we go, this is what my runes did. So, that's the first game. Now let's go into the second game. So, here I played... Let's go to the gameplay. I played support Viktor. So, in the draft, I communicated with my ADC that as a Viktor, I need to last hit minions to get my to get the stacks. So the way we're gonna approach this lane, I communicated it with the solution, is I told him I will last hit everything. You are gonna get full gold, and here you go. Look, he's giving me the last hits. You see that? Because look, every time I last hit a minion, you see, I get 3 stacks. If I don't last hit it, if I give them to him, I'm not gonna get any stacks, which means it will delay my power spike like crazy. By the way. My green screen needs to be lower. The highest point is here. Actually, the highest point is fine. I can also bring up my camera, wait. But I'm laying the... Wait. I'm gonna fix it. Like this? That's better, yeah. This looks a little bit more satisfying. This looks a little bit better. Oh my god, I nearly broke my PC. Yeah. By the way, Viktor is actually surprisingly decent at poking in lane. But let me tell you when he's super weak. The moment everyone reaches level 5, you are so weak as a Viktor because your ultimate in the early game is just so useless. The only moment the ultimate gets strong is at 300 stacks. Before 300 stacks, the ultimate honestly is just kinda useless. This is what I noticed from my 2 games that I played Viktor. It just doesn't do any damage. And especially if you have no items, the ultimate just really doesn't do anything. It also doesn't slow enemies, so like your ult is just giga useless in the early game. But only after 300 stacks is your ultimate the big ability you need. I don't know why, but he thought the enemy was invading our jungle. Okay. You can see I just have no mana. But then again, I love that this Lucian is giving me the farm. Well, he's letting me last hit. He is still getting the farm, of course, but at least this way, I'm getting the stacks. Which is good. There we go. Of course, I'm good at farming, so I'll be fine. Okay, and boom. There we go. Nice. He's baiting. Okay, we got Vi here. Nice. I don't have any mana. I don't have any mana. Okay. No, don't go in. Don't go in. Yeah, the thing is, you are very weak as I said, level 5, you just lose. Because, first things, I didn't have any mana. Second thing, even if I did have mana, my ultimate is just useless in the early stages of this game. So, we would have never won this fight. Never. I'm telling him, like, late game free. This is such a free win in the late game. Our whole comp is incredibly powerful. Because look at our comp, guys. We have Galio, Shen, Vi, Lucian, and Viktor. Think about our team fighting. Just think about it. Vi engages. Galio ults her. Shen ults her. I use my second ability, ultimate, and all of my poking stuff. And pretty much all of the enemies are dead. Pretty much they're all dead. So, it's just such a powerful combination we have in our team that all we need to do is just get to the late game. Just don't lose too hard early game. We're very likely gonna lose early game, but just don't lose too hard. Lucian is rotating, which... I died. Look at how useless the ultimate is, look. I actually died. I mean, is it worth Lucian's rotation? No, it's not. You know why? Because they would have killed me under the turret anyways. Now, Lucian did get 2 kills, but we're losing our whole turret, and they killed me. So this is not worth it. And as I said, I would have died anyways. I can't escape them if I'm under the turret. Xayah will simply dive me and she's gonna ult. So I was dead anyways. We actually didn't lose the full turret, so perhaps it was an even trade. Well, you know, even trade. But it was not worth for us. Let me tell you that much. It was really not worth it. Because now Xayah is gonna be very strong. But you can see, at least because I've been farming the minions, I actually got to evolve my first ability. And now I can poke them a little bit better. But again, I don't know why he's fighting them. I just don't understand why he's fighting. Because I'm dead now too. Why are you fighting? I should have let him die. I should have just let him die. Because it's not like I can do anything. I'm early game Viktor. This is something this is probably the most important thing you need to understand. Early game Viktor is the most useless thing ever. And I'm telling him here as well, like, don't fight, I'm weak now. I said it earlier, we need to wait till the late game. But for some reason, he didn't really seem to understand that I just can't do anything early. I mean, I can, but like, we shouldn't all in fight like that. We should only try to poke them. Oh well. I'm just last hitting all the minions until I get 750 stacks. Because then he has to last hit them, because I don't want to take the gold from him. He's the ADC after all. But look at all of this. It's so good that I'm getting them. Don't play Viktor support, by the way, unless you can do it like this. So here I'm telling him now you last hit, because now he doesn't get the gold anymore. So I'm not gonna steal his gold just to get my Viktor stacks, of course. Okay, that's a decent ult, I guess. Yes, oh, look at that stun. Oh my god. That stun was huge. That was a huge stun, guys. But here you can see, besides the stunning and all of that, I don't really have that much damage. But look at the stunning, man. The stun alone is just changing the whole fight. But then again, I have no mana, no anything. So, like, I need to go back already. Yep, I'm going back because I can't do anything in this fight. Boink, boink. And let's go out. He could jump over the wall, so let's be careful here. The only reason I'm here in the fight is because I want to get assists. But it doesn't look like I will get some. What am I doing? Just run, man. What the hell am I doing? I'm dead. Okay. I don't know what I was doing there, but maybe I think I was waiting for the honey fruit, but then I realized, wait a minute. I can't get the honey fruit. So, but whatever it is, I died. I mean, that's the reality of it. I did get 1 assist though. So, worth it? We got the Drake as well, and we got the Drake because of my second abilities. The stuns were so big. So, I did a good job in that fight. Even though I didn't do that much damage, I definitely kind of carried that fight just by stunning them for so long. Again, we need to chill. Just be careful. No reason to step up. Okay. We're chilling. You see, we're chilling. There's not. I don't need to do anything. Just try to farm. Try to get some assists, but don't force fight. Like right here, my team is already fighting. This is a perfect thing. Look. I didn't get the assist on the Lee Sin though, which is really sad, but I mean, I'm definitely gonna get this one. There we go. And now we're at 89 stacks. If I had gotten the assist on Lee Sin, which was so close, I would have already had 2 evolves, which is just very sad that I didn't get it. But I mean, what can you do about it? I just didn't get it. Lucian is just dead. They're dying to the Xayah. They're in a 3 versus 1 against Xayah, but they're not able to... Okay, they actually did kill her. Nice. So we got an evolve now. I'm gonna evolve my 3rd ability. Honestly though, I should have probably evolved my 2nd ability this game. Honestly. I probably should have. Lucian is trash talking the Vi. Oh well. I mean, that's normal. People are gonna trash talk each other. What is that? What is that Herald? What? I want to make sure that we get the turret at the bare minimum. Okay, we got it, but... What was that? That was the most useless Herald ever. Oh, no. Ah, I thought I dodged it. But I can shield, look. Again, this ult is just useless. But then again, you know, you have your ultimate up quite often. Look, the cooldown is very, very low, so just use it. In case he all-ins me, I can just use my ult. For damage, I guess. Because then again, before the evolve on your 2nd ability, your ult is giga useless. Also, you need to, when you get 300 stacks, your ult also evolves. I'm trying to think, or I'm trying to remember, what does the evolved ultimate do? I don't exactly remember, but evolving your ultimate also does something. It makes the ultimate stronger, but I don't exactly remember what it does. I don't. But look, this fight is perfect. I should be able to get some assists over here. Let's see. Boom. I mean, honestly, even against the tank, I'm doing pretty decent damage, you know? I have 1 item. Like, this is 1 item only. I need that blue buff real bad. With the blue buff, I can spam my stuff without even thinking about mana. I'm now thinking, like, is a Seraph's Embrace worth it on Viktor? I don't think so, because it will take so long to get your power spike. Really, really long. So, it's probably not worth it. He's recommending me a, what is that item called? The anti-shield item. I don't know what it's called, but it's the, he's recommending me to get anti-shielding. I'm not gonna get anti-shielding yet. He may, I mean, he can get a Serpent Fang himself if he really wanted to. This Drake is not that important, but look at what I can do here. Look at this, look. 2nd ability, ultimate, everything. I'm doing so much damage over there. I actually killed someone with it as well, you see. Ja, dat is goed. Bye gaat het. Doei. Wait, I need to close the door. Give me a second. Ah, I threw coffee on my chair. What is that? Oh man, I need to clean my chair. Wait. Huh. How did that get there? Alright. Wait, what am I missing? What am I missing? There's a big team fight. Oh, look at that. I really want you guys to pay attention to my positioning in these fights. You see? I'm always at such high HP because as a Viktor, you're always positioned far into the backline. Because you provide so much value from the backline of the team fight. You never want to be in the front line. Never. All of the cooldowns of your abilities are extremely low. So, look at that, look at that. I got my full stacks now. Nice. Now I'm fully evolved. Now I can actually do something. I mean, I have been doing something this entire game already, but now that I'm fully evolved, my abilities are a lot stronger. Let me tell you, the big power spike is at the 300 stack mark. That is really when you get strong in the game. I'm just shoving this wave. The T-Hex gets bonus gold from taking minions, so I just got so much gold. I love taking the first T-Hex as a Viktor, by the way, whether you're mid lane or support or whatever, because you just farm so much gold with it. The only problem is you don't get any stacks, but it's fine. You just get so much gold, so like after the T-Hex you're gonna get a full Rabinow's death cap or anything like that. And you're gonna be giga strong. I'm not even gonna take this turret, or not gonna try, because they will defend it. I'm just gonna go mid lane to help my team with the fight and to keep pushing. Look at that, I tanked everything as the T-Hex. And now, of course, I'm leaving and we're gonna enter the fight. And then again, look at my positioning, look. I'm not going in. Oh god, I actually went in. Terrible. Yeah, you see, that was a positional mistake, going in like that. You see how big of a mistake that was? I went a little bit too far and I immediately died. Also, something else you need to pay attention to, I got 3000 gold from the T-Hex. It's not a loss, because we have base shield, so I was not really scared to lose the game here. We have a base shield anyways. Shen is saying good support. Like, he's trash talking me. And the Lucian is trash talking me too, telling me to buy anti-shield or whatever. I don't care about either of them. I'm just doing my own thing. So, yeah. I mean, if he wants anti-shield, you can buy a Serpent Fang, you know? It's quite simple. Again, my positioning needs to be safe. We don't care about this Drake, we already have the first Drake, so it doesn't really matter. They really should change the Drakes, where like individual dragons matter a little bit more, because now taking one dragon is just giga useless. Like, absolute useless. And the funny thing is, even taking two dragons is giga useless. So like, you just, only if you get three, then it's strong. This is dangerous because I can't walk up there. They could be in the bush and just one-shot me. So our Vi cannot die. She's our only engaging champion. Our whole comp is built around the Vi. The damage, that's like 20% of his HP, by the way. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. I need to flash out of that. If he hits me, I'm dead. Or like I would have to stasis, but I prefer, I don't know, I prefer to use flash. Because I thought that stasis would be a more important tool for me to use. I may have to stasis here. Okay, we got his ultimate out. I'm gonna ult. Huge ultimate, I killed Xayah with it. And the ultimate gets bigger and bigger when you get kills, by the way. That's another thing you need to know too. Our Shen is just bot lane. So like, this is fine. I just got a free kill on the Ornn, while our Shen is just split pushing. And now Rabadon's death cap has been acquired, guys. So now I'm gonna get real strong. What is happening over there? Ornn and Shen are fighting, so it would be a 4 versus 4. Honestly, you prefer a 5 versus 5 as a Viktor. Everything you do, except for your first ability, is AoE. So you... Ooh. They're already fighting, but to be fair, it's a pretty good engage. This is a good engage. Oh, that Shen just did a beautiful third ability there. Alright, let's throw our big-ass ultimate. I got a kill with the ultimate already. Yeah, easy fight. Ezreal is probably backporting. I think he's backporting here. Yep, there he is. And easy kill. Look at that damage. 730 damage with the basic attack, with the empowered basic attack. We can just end the game, by the way. Like, now we can just end the game. And still, even as a support, Viktor is strong. You can see, like, even as a support, I'm destroying them. Now think about this game. If it gets even further, you're gonna become even stronger than this. This is only 3-item Viktor. 3-item. I haven't even played 4 or 5-item Viktor yet. Only with 3 items he's already that strong. So let's take a look at the stats, how much damage I did and everything like that. I did 35,000 damage. I did... Was that most damage in the game? I'm not sure if it was, but I did a lot of damage. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next Wild Rift video. Bye-bye.